To get started, sign in at Microsoft365.com. The URL is on the screen. You can also boot the Windows app directly into the M365 Copilot app, but I'm here on the main chat screen. And the first new feature is that you can select thinking modes for chat. So similar to ChatGPT, with Copilot here, if I go to the upper right and drop this down, by default it is set to auto, but now you can set it to either quick response or think deeper. So for quick response, it's going to answer right away. Can you tell me about the latest new features in Copilot? And it can very quickly give you those answers. Now let's say I'm going to go to new chat and I'll drop this down and choose think deeper. So if I want to think deeper, maybe I'm doing research and I don't want it to immediately answer, I can choose the think deeper option. An example of that might be, help me build a detailed and thoughtful new strategy for Contoso marketing. So I could get a quick answer here, but it's going to think a bit deeper and this might take more time. So now it's mapping out the strategy, it's crafting search queries, it's doing deeper searches. So this is going to be thinking a bit deeper and not just give you the immediate answer. So it did quite a bit of work here. I can even drill in and see exactly what it was doing to expand here. So that is the thinking deeper. The second new feature is that Copilot Chat now supports OpenAI's just launched GPT 5.2. And you can go up to the model selector here, drop it down and go to more. And now you see GPT 5.2 quick response or GPT 5.2 think deeper. And those are similar to the ones above, but they're just using the latest model. So if I want GPT 5.2 thinking deeper, now I'm getting the latest and greatest from OpenAI. The third new feature is version history in Copilot pages. So really quickly, I'm going to build a Copilot page to get a starting point. Okay, great. So here is a task list to help me prepare for the TPS report offsite. Now right here, there's this edit in pages. So I will click this. So here is my Copilot page. I've created this page here. I'm going to close it. And now it's stored. So that was a Copilot page. And if you want to find your Copilot pages, by the way, if you go to library, it has all my Copilot pages. Some from today, some in the past. And actually in this case, I'm going to open up this brainstorming Copilot page that I created a little while ago. And there was actually some other parts on this page, some other tasks, and I think they got deleted. I want to revert to that previous version that I had. In the upper right, there's a previous version arrow now. And if I click this, it opens up that previous version that was saved earlier. And oh, there were some other parts that got deleted. It's almost like a version history in Word or Excel. And I can choose to restore this version. I'll click here, and now it has restored that version. You can jump back and forth with these two different arrows to the different versions really easily, but that's a great way so you don't lose content in your Copilot pages. The fourth new feature is glance cards in Copilot search results. First, I'll go to search here, and you'll want to make sure that try the new Copilot search is enabled. Now I'm going to search for a specific file, TPS report, and I'll hit go, and it brings up my results. Now when I hover over different results, I can get an overview. So okay, this is TPS report, I'll hit overview, and a new glance card pops up. And this is AI generated summary of what is in that file, and when it was created, when it was modified, how many views it has. I can even ask Copilot for more details directly if I want here, and I can open up the document here as well. I'll close. There are other things I can also look for. Let's see, Alex Wilbur, there's an overview of a TPS report sync up. So I go here, and this is a Teams chat. So you can go and quickly get overviews of your different results. Here's a brainstorming one. The fifth new feature is related, and it's also in the new Copilot search, and that is now you get Copilot chats showing up in your results. So here are the results that came up for TPS reports. If I just want to filter on the Copilot chats that mention TPS reports, looks like there are a bunch here. Oh, create an image of Bill Lumberg with the TPS report. Let's see this one. All right, there's Bill with his TPS report and a red stapler. So those search results let you very quickly go and find other chats now. The sixth new feature is Teams integration directly with Copilot Chat, and this requires the Copilot Premium subscription. So we're going to get a conversation started here. I'm signed in as Alex, and he's going to be having a chat with Copilot about his TPS report offsite. Okay, so I've got my TPS report offsite agenda. It's going here. I'm having a conversation with Copilot, but now I want to actually send this conversation along with Copilot AI into Teams to have a chat with Adele and Megan. So in the upper right, you're going to see this little Teams icon. I'll drop this down and say start a group chat in Teams. It's going to ask me to add the name and email, so we'll add those. Okay, I've added Adele and Megan, and I can include the last 4 messages in this chat, so I'll click create. And now it's saying creating a group chat in Teams. Now I've switched over to Adele, and I'm going to show what she sees in her chat. So there's a chat here with Alex and Megan, and I will switch to this chat. Okay, now here is the entire chat. You can see Copilot and Alex, they were having that conversation. I scroll down, I can see the TPS report offsite agenda, but now Megan, Adele, and Alex can have a chat with Copilot involved. Hey Copilot, can you add me to the kickoff welcome and coffee as the speaker? And I'll hit enter. Copilot is typing. And Copilot says, hey, got it. I'll update the agenda. And now it says speaker Adele Vance. So now we're interacting with Copilot. And Alex says, hey, Copilot, I'd like to be the closing speaker. Can you add my name to the agenda and select a closing speech? Okay, so here goes Copilot. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and make sure you're the star of the wrap-up, etc. So now we're just having a normal conversation in chat, but Copilot has been added to the chat. The 7th new feature also requires the Copilot Premium license, and that is image editing using AI in PowerPoint. So I have an image right here of Bill Lumberg. I will select this and go to picture format. And there is going to be this edit picture. And if I click edit picture, this pulls up many of the same tools that power Microsoft Designer and the image editing in Copilot. So I can do things like remove background, single click, that's an easy one. If I want to undo, I just hit undo here. I can add text. Got some nice options here. Maybe I'm going to have this one. We'll make it say, yeah. And I can do things like rotate it, drag it over here. Another one that I like a lot is auto enhance. So I want to clean this picture up. It's a little bit blurry. I'll hit auto enhance. And now I can go and you can see it like this, or there's the enhanced version. And I will hit accept. So now it's cleaned up. I've still got my yeah. And then there's some effects you can add. So you can do things like glass and lots of other options. I'll hit discard. So my picture is all done. I'll hit update. And there we go. The 8th new feature is improvements to OneDrive and Copilot. So I will go to apps here and click OneDrive. And this launches my OneDrive. Now for Copilot subscribers, you're going to see this Copilot button. We call this internally the DAB, the dynamic action button. And I click this and immediately I get a couple of options. What can Copilot do in OneDrive? Summarize a file, create an FAQ. So we'll say summarize a file. And this pops up Copilot. We'll go to files here and I'll go TPS report and I'll hit go. So I get a quick summary of that file right here on the right. We'll close this. What's nice is the Copilot button is always here. I don't have to find it attached to a file. I don't have to look for it over here. I always know that it's right there. And so it's really easy to interoperate with that button. You know, create an FAQ, choose files. We want brainstorming and go. So the OneDrive Copilot button is now in the same place. It's always going to be in that lower right, and you can always find it right there. The 9th new feature is for educators, and this applies to any educator who has a Microsoft 365 license. You don't need the Copilot Premium license. I've signed into the Copilot app right here, and if you're an educator, you will see this Teach module. And we've designed this to be AI-powered tools to give educators more time back and to speed up productivity. So we've got things like curriculum planning and lesson plans. We've got homework and assessments, creating rubrics and quizzes, study aids, be able to create flashcards, fill in the blank activities and matching, and then modify existing content. So things like modifying the reading level of content or differentiating instructions. All these things are also standards aligned, and I'll show how this works by doing one demo of lesson plans. We have the history of the content that you've made right here. And then at the bottom, there are resources, everything on AI for educators, Copilot, and learning accelerators. I don't have time to do the full demo of the Teach module. I'll just show one tool creation, and that is with lesson plans. But in the upper right, I have a link to the video that shows the deep dive demo of everything in the Teach module. But let's start out with curriculum planning, and I will choose lesson plan. First, we'll give it a subject. I've used a couple already, and it keeps track of those. American Revolutionary War and grade 10, but you can choose your grade level, you can add the subject, you can choose the language. We've got many different types of languages. I'm going to do English here. Now you can give it a description. and we're going to give it about less. And I'll give it a lesson plan about the causes of the Revolutionary War. You can add your own content. So if you want to ground it and add documents or PowerPoint decks, you can add that. So when the lesson plan is generated, it'll take your content and AI and make a lesson plan. You can add standards. So here's the standards dialog. We've got all 50 states in the United States. We've got many countries here. I'll let you explore, but I'm in Washington State. So I've chosen Washington State. We'll select the grade 10, subject, social studies, and then the strand. And this is going to be history. And it pulls up all the different standards. So H2 understands and analyzes causal factors. This is about the causes of the Revolutionary War. I want it to be applied to these 3 standards, and I'll click Add. Here are the standards. I'll set the lesson plan duration to 60 minutes and then hit Generate. Now AI is going to generate a lesson plan based on those standards and the grade level. Okay, it has generated a nice lesson plan here. I can move different parts up and down. I can edit it. Now, if I want to edit these different things, it can do that. I can add different items into it really easily. Hit Go. Scroll back up. Maybe I want to change the tone, make it more creative. Maybe I want to make the length more concise. I can regenerate. And I'm going to say update and override. Now it's updated everything, but note I have a draft, so I can go back and forth between the different drafts. I can enhance more right here. Lots of options. And when I'm done, I click Save to OneDrive. And I'll hit Save here. And now it's saved my Word document into OneDrive. And just to view this, there is my entire lesson plan on the Revolutionary War that is standards aligned. So lots of options in this Teach module. This is available today, and more tools will be added over time. If you want to keep up with all the latest Microsoft updates and tips and tricks, subscribe to my channel and then just ring the bell so you get all the latest videos that I post.